morning students. Now we are going to start the second section of our topic, that is parallel lines and the transversal. We already studied that parallel lines and what were the angles that formed when a transversal intersects two parallel, that we already know that. So we can revise it, which are the angles here formed. We know that corresponding angle is there, alternate interior angle is there, alternate exterior angle is there, that all we know. So let us revise it once more. So what is the corresponding angles here? Look at the angles here. Here 1 and angle 5 are called the corresponding angle. That is 1 is exterior and the 5 is interior, and that are on the same side. That angles are called corresponding angles. Angle 1 and angle 5 are corresponding angles. Angle 1 and angle 5. Then next one, same way 2 and angle 6, that is corresponding angle. 2 and angle 6, that is corresponding angle. Then here one interior and one outside, that is angle 4 and angle 8. Angle 4 and angle 8 are corresponding angles. Then angle 3 and angle 7. Angle 3 and angle 7. These angles are the corresponding angles here. One exterior and one interior, and that are on the same side of the transversal. Angle 1 and angle 5, angle 2 and angle 6, angle 4 and angle 8, angle 3 and angle 7. Okay, then we can look at which are the alternate interior angles there. Interior, so that is interior angles, alternate, that is opposite side. Angle 4 and angle 6, angle 4 and angle 6, then angle 3 and angle 5. Angle 3 and angle 5. These are the alternate interior angles here. Okay. Now we can look which are the alternate exterior angle here. Alternate exterior, that means exterior and then alternate, that means opposite side. That is angle 1 and angle 7. Angle 1 and angle 7. Then angle 2 and angle 8. Angle 2 and angle 8. These are the alternate exterior angle here. Then one more angle is there, that is angles that are interior and on the same side of the transversal. Angles that are interior and same side of the transversal, that angles are called co-interior angle. That angles are called co-interior angles. Co-interior angles. Also it is called consecutive interior angles or allied angles. Co-interior angles, consecutive interior angles or allied angles. Also it is interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Then co-interior angles, which are the co-interior angles here? Co-interior angles are angle 4 and angle 5 and angle 3 and angle 6. These are the co-interior angles. Co-interior angles are also called internal and interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Then it is called consecutive interior angles, and also called it is allied angle. These are the angles here formed when a transversal intersects two lines here. Okay, then we can study two axioms here. We already studied two axioms. Then we can look at the axiom 3 and axiom 4 here. Now we can look at the axioms, axiom 3 and axiom 4. Look at the axiom 3. If a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of corresponding angles is equal. The axiom means it's proved. Proved statements are called axiom here. That is, if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, if the transversal is intersecting two parallel lines, then what is the axiom says? Then each pair of corresponding angles is equal. Then the corresponding angles will be equal. Each pair of one inside and one outside. Each pair of corresponding angles will be equal. That is the axiom 3 here. That is, if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of corresponding angles is equal. That is the axiom number 3. Then this is also called corresponding angle axiom. This axiom is also called as corresponding angle axiom. Then axiom 4, it is a converse. Converse means it's a reverse of that one. That is, if a transversal intersects two inverse, that is, if a transversal intersects two lines such that a pair of corresponding angles is equal, then the two lines are parallel to each other. That means if a transversal intersects two lines and if the corresponding angles are equal, If the corresponding angles are equal, it is given there. Then what we can say? We can say that the lines are parallel. Here, if the lines are parallel, then the corresponding angles will be equal. Here it says that if the corresponding angles are equal, then the lines are parallel. Okay, then we can move on to the theorems here. Now we can look at the theorem 2 here. What is the theorem statement? If a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of alternate interior angles is equal. If a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of alternate interior angle is equal. That means if two lines are parallel and if a transversal cut these two parallel lines, then each pair of alternate interior angle, that means this angle and this angle will be equal, and this angle and this angle will be equal. It will be equal only if the two lines are parallel. If the transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of alternate interior angles will be equal. That is the first one theorem. That is theorem 2. Then look at the theorem 3. Theorem 3 is the converse of theorem 2. What is it? If a transversal intersects two lines such that a pair of alternate interior angle is equal, then the two lines are parallel. Here, if the lines are parallel, then the alternate interior angles will be equal. Here, the theorem 4 says that, theorem 3 says that, what is it? If the transversal intersects two lines such that if the alternate interior angle is equal, it is given that if the alternate interior angles are equal, then we can say that the two lines are parallel. If the two alternate interior angles or any pair of alternate interior angle are equal, if it is given that these two alternate interior angle are equal, then the meaning is that these two lines are parallel. These two theorems are converse theorem. We have to study the statement of theorems and axioms. Okay, you have to learn it, theorems and axiom, and you have to study the theorem pairwise. That is, this is the converse of this one. So you have to connect these two theorems and study, and then next to two theorems, that is you have to study this. That is, first theorem 2 says that if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of alternate interior angle will be equal, and the theorem 3 says that if the transversal intersects two lines and if a pair of alternate interior angles are equal, then the lines will be parallel. Okay. Then the same way we can look at the theorem 4. What is the theorem 4? Here it is alternate interior angle. Here we are saying about the interior angles on the same side of the transversal. Interior angles on the same side of the transversal means it is co-interior angles or consecutive interior angles. Okay. If a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is supplementary. That means if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, these are the two parallel lines here, then each pair of interior angles on the same side of the that is co-interior angles are supplementary. Supplementary means the sum of these two angles will be 180 degree. Also, sum of these two angles will also be 180 degree. That is, co-interior angles are supplementary. That is, if a transversal intersects two parallel lines, then each pair of interior angles on the same side of the transversal is supplementary. Then theorem 5, that is a converse of this one. That is, here it says that if the lines are parallel, the co-interior sum is 180 degree. Then the converse is that if the co-interior angles are supplementary, that is, if it is given that the sum of the co-interior angles are 180 degree, then we can say that the lines will be parallel. That is a theorem 5. Here we have to study the statement of the theorems there. Okay. Then we can look at the problems now. That is the first question. Find the values of x and y and then show that AB parallel to C. Because you have to find out the value of x and y. X is here. So, this is a line. Okay. Then what is 50 and x? What is the connection between 50 and x? It is a straight line. So, 50 and x are linear pair. So, the sum will be, if the angles are linear pair, the sum will be 180 degree. So, what we can say? 50 plus x is equal to 180 degree. Reason. For all the answers you have to write down the reason. Linear pair axiom. Okay. So what is x from here? X is equal to 180 minus 50, that is equal to 130 degrees. So we got the value of x, that is 130 degree. Then look at y here. This y and 130 are vertically opposite angles. We already studied that vertically opposite angles are equal. So we can say that y is equal to 130 degree. Reason, vertically opposite angle. So we proved the first and two. We find out the values of x and prime y from here. So next what you have to find? You have to prove that AB parallel to CD. How we can prove that the two lines are parallel? We already studied 6 theorems there. So we can prove that a lines are parallel if the corresponding angles are equal. If we can say that if the corresponding angles are equal, then we can say that the lines are parallel. Or if the alternate interior angles are equal, we can say that the lines are parallel. Or if the consecutive or co-interior angles are supplementary, then we can say that the lines are parallel. So let us check whether alternate interior angle or co-interior angles are supplementary or alternate interior angles are equal or what is here? Here we know that x is 130 degree and y is 130 degree. Then look at x and y here. Here x is here, y is here. Whatever the specialty, these two angles are alternate interior angles. And also it is proved that it is same, that is 130 degrees. That is x is equal to y. So we can say that the lines are parallel since alternate interior angles are equal. So we can write x is equal to y is equal to 130 degree. X is equal to y is equal to 130 degree. That is angle x and y are alternate interior angles. Angle x and y are alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles and are equal. Also they are equal. That is angle x and y are alternate interior angles and are equal. Therefore what we can say? Therefore we can say that AB parallel to CD. Okay. This is the thus you have proved the first question. Since they are alternate interior angles and that are equal, so we can say that by the theorem we can say that they are parallel. Now we can look at the second question. Second question, if AB parallel to CD and CD parallel to EF, y is to z is equal to 3 is to 7, then find x. So here you have to write down the three steps. Given you have to write, to find you have to write, then calculation. Okay, here first you have to write down the given statement. What all things are given here? What is given here? It is given AB parallel to CD is given there. Then CD parallel to EF is given there. Then y is to z is equal to 3 is to 7. These all things are given here. Then to find, what you have to find? The all things are given in the question itself. To find x. Then our calculation. Next step is calculation. These three steps you have to write when you are finding the answers. Given, to find, calculation. If you are proving the question, then you have to proving the answer, then you have to write here to prove. That is given, to find, to prove that. Here it is calculation only. Okay. AB parallel to CD, CD parallel to EF, and y is to z is equal to 3 is to 7. It is given, the ratio is given there. Y is to z is equal to 3 is to 7 here. Okay. Then, since here AB parallel to CD, CD parallel to EF. So we can say that AB parallel to EF. Here AB parallel to EF. AB is parallel to EF. What is the reason? Since lines which are parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. So you have to write down the statement there. Lines which are parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. Lines which are parallel to the same line, lines which are parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. Reason. Okay. AB parallel to CD, CD parallel to EF. So AB is parallel to EF. Since AB parallel to EF, what we can say? What about this X and Z? This X and Z are alternate interior angles. As we know that if AB lines are parallel, their alternate interior angles are equal. Therefore, we can say that X is equal to Z. Write down the reason there, alternate interior angles. Okay, the same way what we can say about AB and CD. It is given there AB and CD are parallel and here it is a transversal there. So, since AB parallel to CD, we can say that these X and Y are co-interior angles. Since they are parallel, they are supplementary. Co-interior angles are supplementary. So, we can write that X plus Y is equal to 180 degree. What is the reason? Co-interior angles. They are co-interior angles. X plus Y is equal to 180. So, what we can write? Instead of X here, we can write Z. Z plus Y is equal to 180 degree. Reason? Since X is equal to Z. Since X is equal to Z, we can say that Z plus Y is equal to 180 degree. Then what is Z and what is Y? Here Y is given as ratio. So we can take Y as 3k and any integer k. Z as 7k. So we can write instead of Z, we can write here 7k plus 3k is equal to 180 degree. 7k plus 3k, that means 10k is equal to 180 degree. 10k is equal to 180 degree. So what is k from here? K is equal to 180 by 10, that is equal to 18 degree. Value of k is 18 degree. Then you have to find out the value of x from here. What is x? X is given there. X is, we already find that x is equal to z here. So x is equal to, what is z? Z is equal to, what is this given there? Ratio y is to z is equal to 3 is to 7. So it is 7k. Its x is equal to z, that is equal to 7k. Since x is equal to z, that is equal to 7 into 18 degree. 7k is equal to 7 into 18 degree, that is equal to 126 degree. So value of x is equal to 126 degree here. So look at the question once more. It is given that AB parallel to CD, CD parallel to EF, and we have to find out the value of x from here. Since these lines are parallel, we can say that AB parallel to EF also. Lines which are parallel to the same line are parallel to each other. So we can say that these X and Z are alternate interior angles and they are equal. Also, these two lines are parallel, so these two angles are co-interior angles. And if the lines are parallel, co-interior angles are supplementary. So x plus y is equal to 180 degree. So we can substitute z for it. So z plus y is equal to 180 degree. So it is already given in the question. That is z is equal to z is y is to z is given there 3 is to 7. So we can write the ratio as 7k and 3k. So z is equal to 7k, y is equal to 3k, that is equal to 180 degree. So 10k is equal to 180 degree. Therefore k is equal to 18. So we have to find out the value of x. X is equal to z. Z is 7k, that is 7 into 18, that is equal to 126. Now we can do the third question here. Third question, if AB parallel to CD, EF perpendicular, this is symbol for perpendicular. EF perpendicular to this also perpendicular symbol, that is 90 degree. EF perpendicular to CD, angle GED is equal to 126 degree. Angle GE and F, that is angle GED, this is F. GED, this angle is 126 degree, that is given that GED is equal to 126 degree. Then what do you have to find? Find angle AGE. Find angle AGE. This angle you have to find. Then GEF, angle GEF. This angle we have to find. And angle FGE, angle FGE. This angle also. This angle, this angle, this angle, and this angle. These three angles we have to find. So first step, what you have to do? You have to write down the given statement. What all things are given here? What is given there? AB parallel to CD. Question itself is a given statement. EF perpendicular to CD. Then angle GED is equal to 126 degree. These things are given in the question. Then what you have to find? What you have to find here? First one, angle AGE, then angle GEF and angle FGE. These are three angles you have to find. Then you have to find out the calculation. Okay. First, what angle you have to find? You have to find angle AGE. Where is angle AGE? AGE. This angle we have to find. Okay. This angle. It is given that these two lines are parallel. So, if the lines are parallel, we can say that alternate interior angles are equal. Then co-interior angles are supplementary. Then corresponding angles are equal. Here the lines are parallel. So, look at these two angles. This angle and this angle. These two angles are alternate interior angles. So, we can say that this angle is equal to this one. That is, angle AG is equal to 126 degree. Since AB parallel to CD, what we can say that angle AGE is equal to angle GED. Reason, alternate interior angles are equal. Angle AGE is equal to angle GED, that is angle AGE is equal to, it is given that angle GED is equal to 126 degrees. So, we got the first answer, that is angle AG is equal to 126 degrees. Then the second part, angle GEF. This angle you have to find. This complete angle is 126 degree and this angle is 90 degree. Then we can easily find out a small portion, isn't it? 126 minus 90 will be angle GEF. So, angle GEF is equal to 126 minus 90 degree. Angle GEF, 126 minus 90 degree is angle GEF, that is equal to 36 degree. Angle GEF is equal to 36 degree. Then one more angle is here, angle FGE. Angle FGE. This angle we have to find, angle FGE. Look at these two angles. These two angles are linear pair angle. This is a straight line, so this is linear pair. So, we already find this angle, that is 126 degrees. So, this angle will be 180 minus 126. So, angle FGE is equal to, angle FGE is equal to 180 minus angle FGE is equal to 180 minus 126. We can write there 126. Reason, linear pair angle. So, we have to find 180 minus 126, that is equal to 54 degree. 180 minus 126 is equal to 54 degree. That's all for now. This is the third question also we have proved. That is all for now. You have to write the questions and practice it. Okay, that is all for now. Thank you. Bye.